So to me, those are weaknesses or trials that we have that can keep us from being 100% committed to Heavenly Father. We can be trying to get somewhere, but they can be just small or bigger things that are just keeping us from that.
It doesn't have to be a sin, it's just something that can distract you from your overall purpose as a child of God and a disciple of Christ.
One of the hatchet covers in my life is worrying about appearances too much and worrying about what other people think about me. And so by not trusting God enough and not relying on just what He thinks about me, I am not living up to my fullest potential.
My phone is definitely a hatchet cover for me, and because I can come across something on Facebook or Instagram that just doesn't put me in the right spirit.
My hatchet cover would be being fearful of standing up for what's right.
I think that's something that not only that I struggle with, but many of my friends do, is when inappropriate thoughts come into our mind.
My personal hatchet cover I'm taking college classes, so I have so many classes and homework, different hard college homeworks that I have to do, and getting those all done and going to mutual or getting ready to do something on Sunday, or sleeping early on Saturdays, to go to church early on Sundays, and there's a lot of things that keep me from giving 100% to the church.
Going through social media, you just go through it and you don't realize, and sometimes you go over stuff that you don't want to hear, but after you've read it, it's already in your head. And so I feel like to my faith, it takes that into consideration. It's like hearing a bad song and then hearing a clean remake, but you still think of those words because they're still in your head.
I think that my personal hatchet cover would be that I'm too worried about what other people perceive of me. I think too much on how they look at me when I should be worried about how the Lord sees me.
My biggest hatchet cover was bad habits and just the way that they affected me personally.
My hatchet cover is feeling inadequate about sharing the gospel with others.
My hatchet cover is not seeing myself for who I really am, and I feel like a lot of girls think that way. My personal hatchet cover is getting so caught up in having fun myself and being so comfortable being set up in a good place that I forget to look for the people who are on the outside and who are in need of a friend.
You know, with the wrong choice of music or movies, that can put you in a place where the Spirit doesn't want to be in.
I fill my life too much with things that are not necessarily the most important. I do lots of things and I keep myself busy, but I need to focus more on the things that are most important and the good, the better, and the best. Because there's always things to be doing and always people to be helping, but I need to listen to the promptings of the Spirit and what Heavenly Father is guiding me to do so that I don't fill my life so much with too many things that make me stressed and make me feel unhappy.
I feel a big hatchet cover for me is judging or being worried that people are judging me because that's a judgment on them.
I feel like a personal hatchet cover in my life is just the hobbies that I have in my life. Like I like to play soccer and I'm kind of into game and web developing. You know, those different things can distract me from things in the gospel.
My personal hatchet cover is forgiving myself for past mistakes that I have made, and it's holding me back from forgiving others and serving them as I should.
Patience is a huge hatchet cover for me, mostly just because I feel like I get so caught up in what I think is best or what I want to happen in my life that I forget to trust the Lord and know that He has a plan for me, and that's what's best.
When it comes to hatchet covers, social media is definitely a big one for me, just because I waste so much time on that when I could be doing other things.
Being unmotivated to do things, feeling like what I'm trying to do doesn't add up too much, and it's like that kind of hurts, and it keeps me from thinking that taking a bigger step would even be worth it.
In my life, my personal hatchet cover can be my insecurity. Sometimes I don't recognize necessarily my personal divine potential, I guess, and that can limit me when I'm trying to be courageous when it comes to the gospel.